Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. So happy to have you here with me. And today we're going to do a classic divine masculine, divine feminine energy check with an extra question, and also is looking at how are the twins feeling towards each other right now. And of course we're going to start with an oracle card. Today I've got the Cosmic Journey Oracle, so let's get started and let's see what we have for divine feminines watching. Hope you guys appreciate my full bouquet. It's just a little bit of fun I had today putting this together in a workshop. It wasn't much of a workshop really, but we had a chance to create these bouquets by ourselves, so that was pretty rewarding. And I mean, it is gorgeous. I love this combination. I love chrysanthemums, I love roses, so yeah, all together. And the colors, of course, a little bit of eucalyptus in the back. You can't really see it, but it's there. And I'm already thinking that I'm gonna dry it and use it later, you know. Just can't help it. Anyways, the feminines have got the card number 21. Polish your mirror for perfect clarity. So there is something right now that needs more clarity from you, that you need to take a second look at. There is a good chance that you don't want to see it. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, oh, I'd rather just not have to worry about it right now. And Spirit is saying, this is important, because some of the other things that you're working on that seem important actually depend on how you see this particular question. So you better take a second look, or a third, or a fifth. But don't just look at it with the same eyes, right? This is about new perspective. Like, ask for clarity, ask your guides. Ask the cards if you have the cards. You know, just kind of like ask during meditation even. And maybe you'll just get a sudden download that will make it like you will see things completely from a different angle immediately. For masculines, we have number 15. Fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. So masculines are being driven towards more of initiatives where they need to take a risk, more of those that don't necessarily bring immediate abundance but have a deeper meaning behind them. And it is almost like a test that the masculines are getting right now of what is it they're going to be investing into in the nearest future, whether it's going to be something that's more straightforward that gets you to earn money, right? Like, I know that if I invest A, I'm gonna get B out of it, or like at least B, which is good enough, right? It gives me stability. That's what I need. Or there will be another opportunity that will be like, maybe you'll get a B, maybe a D, maybe a Z, right? Like, maybe it's gonna be in a month, maybe in 3 months. It's kind of like, it's there, but it's more about, it's a cause, it's alignment with values and things like that. It's a kind of a difficult choice, especially for the masculine energy. And the Spirit is asking me to remind all of the viewers that we all have both feminine and masculine. So if you're a masculine watching and this card speaks to you, yeah, there's your feminine side that needs some attention from you, right? Or to turn on that intuition, to turn on that empathy and compassion, to see something with different eyes, right? If you are a divine feminine watching and this resonates to you because you have a few opportunities in hand and you have to make a difficult choice, maybe it's just one opportunity, but you know that it's gonna take a lot out of you, so it's not that simple of a choice. That's the masculine side of you that needs attention and needs balancing. There you go. How did I turn that around? Oh, I've got the Muse Tarot for the main deck, for the main reading, by the way. I'm still getting to know this deck. It's very different. Okay, cards, energies, extra question, and feelings. And by the way, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to check out my other channel with November horoscopes for each of the zodiac signs. The Tower at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, surprise, surprise. We are talking about big changes. There are more transits going on. There's Venus going into Libra this month. Saturn turned direct this week, you know, We have new moon coming up on the 13th, I think. So yeah, and we're still feeling the kind of, it's like a shadow period post the eclipse season too. So that transformation is still kind of echoing onto us, and it's that time when the transformation could have been completed from energetic standpoint, but it's now coming around in your conscious space with certain events, certain conversations, certain insights that you're getting, where you can see clearly what changes are needed in your 3D space. The Hermit and the Clarifier deck at the bottom, yeah, exactly. Going within and kind of like seeing things with different eyes, but not hiding from them, not finding excuses, not seeing that it's the circumstances or it's, you know, those other people who made it happen that way, right? It's not me, it's them. Like, no, this is like being very honest with yourself and seeing why is it showing to you in your reality right now. Okay, so the feminine energy, we have the Muse of Materials clarified by Two of Swords. Yeah, so this is that entrepreneur card, and I was just talking about the masculine energy within feminine, and I feel like there is a bit of a how do we call this, like a debate inside of you in terms of do you want to be the Muse of Materials? The Muse of Materials is actually the King of Pentacles, but I like that in this deck it's not as much of an it's not as much of an emphasis on the masculine energy. It's more like the muse, like the master of the suit, right? Do you want to be the master of your own abundance, your own reality, right? Or do you want to keep just kind of like playing it small and staying in your comfort zone, right? There is this is the clarifier. There is a big question. There's a new moon here as well. So if you are struggling, this is a perfect time to set your intentions for the new moon. But make sure, even if you're not ready to make a specific choice or to go in a certain direction, make sure that at least you clarify what are your values, what is the desired outcome. Not from what you already have in your life, but just generally, like if you could be doing anything at all, you could be anywhere at all. You could have any resources you need, any skills you need, what would it be, right? And think more around the impact, the value, rather than specific job or company or person to work with even. For masculines, we have the Chariot clarified by Ace of Pentacles. Yes, this is that cosmic change maker energy. You see how it all radiates from her solar plexus, right? This is like, again, being given the opportunity, both mentally and physically, to move forward with something big and beautiful, with something that's going to be turning the heads around, I'm hearing. With something that, like, see how bigger she is than the horses. So really, she doesn't need the horses, right? She can do it on her own. But the horses are there more kind of like, okay, yeah, that's what people recognize. That's what makes sense to them. How would I be moving so fast without the horses? Of course I have horses. And it doesn't matter that horses are kind of pets in this case, like little ones, right? So it's like, yeah, conforming to certain reality that people recognize, but having something much deeper in your mind. Good for you, masculines. Very positive energy. And with the Chariot being a major arcana, of course, this is seen as something fated, something that you are divinely guided towards. So if you're doubting yourself with those new opportunities, don't doubt yourself. Additional question, Six of Voices clarified by the Devil. Ooh, questions of peace and balance. What is giving you peace? What is giving you satisfaction? Satisfaction out of place of balance and peace. Not like satisfying your ego, right? What is giving you true satisfaction at this time? Feminines, the Knight of Emotions clarified by Ten of Swords. So seeing the love in the painful situations and actually reaching new levels of love within yourself as a result. Instead of being bitter, instead of being resentful, instead of closing off your heart, opening it up even more. Like that's the satisfaction of seeing that progress within, how those scenarios, those conversations, those experiences help you get to know yourself better and be able to cleanse, to transmute, and to open up the heart chakra. For masculines, we see the Hierophant clarified by Six of Pentacles. A lot of sixes in this reading. It's really good. Just like the grounding at the level when I'm ready to talk about it in public, right? It's that kind of memoir time when I'm ready to talk about my story because now I'm in a good place. So I can tell you about all my trials and tribulations and how it got me where I am. Anyways, place of satisfaction. So the Hierophant, well, actually both of these cards are about giving something of yourself, right? The Hierophant is more about giving of knowledge, experience, wisdom. Six of Pentacles is a little more literal, but it's still giving of energy, right? Giving to others who need it. Being of service. So that's the true satisfaction for Divine Masculine, right? And in the foreground, it's sharing the wisdom and the knowledge. That's the most satisfying. And they understand that the law of reciprocity actually is bringing that back to them with a more of a material reward. So they don't have to worry about it. It kind of happens naturally. They are reaching the point where they understand that they should move away from they are already moving away from the concept of if this has a material gain on it, like there is a label with the price, like what I'm gonna get out of it, then I'm gonna go for it. If I don't have that label, then I'm probably not gonna put in my time and effort into this, right? Maybe sometimes, once in a while, but not very often, right? And this is like turning things around, where this is supposed to be like the mainstream occupation, right? And not worrying as much about specific monetary reward, which is hard for the masculine energy, but that's the learning, right? That's the true balancing of feminine and masculine within. How are the feminines feeling for the masculines at this time? Three of Voices clarified by Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, they're still in a place of heartache, and I'm getting actually even this is like a more of a wishful thinking. But right now, they're still in a place of seeing the heartache, seeing the disappointment, seeing the misalignment, right? On the back of it, they are preparing a plan of how, like, they're transmuting this into something useful and practical. I.e., like, next time, I'm not gonna let somebody take advantage of me like that, right? Or next time they come in, I'm gonna be smarter and I'm gonna test, like, they've been testing me. Now I'm gonna test them to see if they're ready. Something along those lines, which is not a bad idea, I would say. Just be careful, Divine Feminines, that you don't take it too far, where it's already not kind or not loving, right? Like, use your discernment there, where you can observe, you can even start certain conversations, or even create certain situations where you can see, are they serious, are they committed, they're ready to make consistent effort, right? But don't take it to the point where it becomes a revenge for something that they've done to you. That's what I'm saying. Masculines towards feminines, Six of Materials clarified by Six of Cups, another Six of Pentacles here. Beautiful with roses, clarified by Six. You see how the Six of Materials here was a general satisfaction of sharing knowledge and wisdom, then translates into seeing how that's important in a relationship, right? And how loving it is. Only reciprocity. Not like, yeah, I'm just gonna take from you because, well, you love me, right? So that's how love works. No, it's not how love works. and neither it is the case when we self-sacrifice ourselves for others, right? Like, they are finding, like, literally that balance, where it sits, what is love, right? What is self-love? How do I take what I know about self-love already and extrapolate that into giving and receiving love from somebody else, right? It's now that phase of learning where they've learned a whole lot about self-love, self-care, how to do it, why it's important, boundaries, those kind of things. And now it's like, okay, what if I have somebody else in my life who I care about just as much, who I love just as much, maybe even more, right? Like, how do I use this knowledge towards another person, right? That's the question. But the divine feminine is definitely getting them onto that space, right? Because they want to learn, they want to understand this. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here for today. Thank you so much for being with me, guys. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon.